What's going on, guys? My name's Theoatrix, and today I'm going through some of the newer external RuneLite plugins that will change how you play. To find external plugins on RuneLite, you go to the spanner or the plugins panel, then scroll all the way to the bottom and click on Plugin Hub. These plugins here are made by people within the old school community, and they've all been verified by the official RuneLite developers to not be rule breaking or hacking plugins. There's almost 100 external plugins here, all with very unique uses, and today I'll be going through around 20 of the newer ones since you guys really enjoyed my other external plugins video. The first one I'm showing is called Shortest Path, and with this one you can open up your world map and right click to set a target. Then it draws the best walking path to that location, and also in the main game window it draws a path of tiles to the destination. This could be useful for questing, clue scrolls, or navigating new areas. Next is a plugin called Equipment Inspector. And with this one active, you can right click any player to inspect the gear that they're wearing. It shows you the price and total value of everything. So if you're a newer player and aren't really sure what item someone's wearing, instead of asking, you can now just inspect them. Next is Quest Helper, which is a plugin I showed last time, but I want to brush over it because lately the developer has added so many new quests. There's around 50 of them now, whereas previously there was only 20 when I last showed it. This plugin takes you through an entire quest, showing you exactly where to go, who to talk to, what actions to do, as well as the items you need to bring along. It's extremely powerful and now has some of the harder quests as well, like Dragon Slayer 2. Before I go further, I have a word from today's video sponsor, Vikings War of Clans. In this new free-to-play mobile strategy game, you fight with other military leaders to become the ruler of the North. With the help of your clan, you gather resources and troops to fight players from all over the world. There's hundreds of troops to choose from, as well as heroes, which lead your kingdom and greatly improve your chances of winning a battle. My favorite part of the game is that it's completely strategy based. You could have the best clan out there, but if you don't level up your knowledge in categories that complement each other, your clan could be wiped out in an instant. In their recent update, they opened a new gate to Helheim, which is a world of the dead, offering dangerous adventures with new dungeons, rewards, unique items, and buildings. So check out the link down in the description to start playing Vikings today, and be sure to add me in game with my username Theoatrix. Thanks to Vikings War of Clans for sponsoring this video. A very well made plugin that I really like is called Time to Level, and it uses all of the meta XP rates by default, and it calculates how long it will take you to reach your next level. You can also click on the skill to set your own XP per hour to calculate the time from that as well. Next is a useful one for the leagues, and it's called Last Recall, and it gives a few benefits for the Last Recall relic. When you teleport from a location, it tells you where Last Recall will take you when you hover over the crystal, and it also puts a marker on your world map. Another useful plugin is called BLACKJACK, and this one highlights any blackjackable NPC and changes color when it's in its knocked out state. This stops you from trying to pickpocket them while they're active and still able to stun. Next is a plugin called PvP Performance Tracker, and this one is a must for those skilled PKers out there. It's made for tribrid or hybrid PKing, and it tracks how many of your attacks hit your opponent when they had protection prayers active, and it checks to see whether you and them are protecting to the right attack style. It tracks your deserved damage, which looks at the opponent's gear and prayer and gives you an average hit output. It also tracks how many of your magic hits didn't splash, as well as how many should have splashed based on the accuracy. It also tracks how many of your attacks were done with the correct offensive prayer, like Rigor or Piety. At the same time, it tracks your opponent's stats and highlights in green who has the better statistics. Then after a fight, you can check the fight logs to see a full detailed overview of all of your attacks and your opponents to see where you went wrong and what to improve. Overall, this is a very well made plugin and works great for Last Man Standing in particular. Next is one called Decimal Places, and this one allows you to add decimal places to values, which can make things a little easier when you're withdrawing from your bank or setting grand exchange offers. Instead of typing 1400 mil if you want 1.4 bill, you can type 1.4b. On the lower end, you can type 1.4k instead of 1400. I know that most players play with their music off in-game, but instead of listening to the original songs, you can listen to trap and house remixes with the BEATZ plugin. Most of the remixes are by OSRS BEATZ, and it highlights all of the songs in blue that have a remix on the music panel. The next plugin is called NMZ Optimal Points, and this one highlights the boss in the Nightmare Zone area that gives the highest amount of points, which allows you to target them for the most possible points per hour. Next is Resource Packs, and this one changes the texture and design of your game interface. There's a range of designs to choose from. You can select the 2010 Legacy design, or there's a flat theme, which removes most of the textures. There's even a sand casino theme to really get you into the mood to stake, which I don't recommend. Skills Progress is a great plugin that shows progress bars alongside every skill in your Skills tab. It has full color customization, an adjustable bar height, and you can also set particular goals rather than just your next level. Next, I have a few plugins that are very useful for content creators. I spoke about detached camera in my last video, but you should also download Hide Widgets if you plan to use the detached camera. This removes the game interfaces, allowing you to float freely around the map and record anything without them in the way. There's also a plugin called Green Screen, which changes everything except for your character into a green screen. This is great for making images with your Runescape character or for adding a character overlay to your videos. The next one is called Lowercase Username, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It makes everybody's username out there lowercase. This is particularly useful if you're going into the wilderness. You'll no longer be prone to getting skull-tricked because you'll easily be able to distinguish between similar names that use I's as L's and O's as zeros. The Magic SECATEURS plugin is a great one for your herb runs. Even if the SECATEURS are in your inventory, they won't give you the 10% harvest boost. You have to be wearing them, so this plugin notifies you if you don't have them equipped. The final plugin I'm showing is called CORP FFA, and this one counts the number of special attacks that you did on the corporal beast. This also works as a team and checks the number of special attacks that your team has done. This is really useful in masses to see who's doing their part in lowering the corp's defense level. Anyways guys, that's a broad range of new RuneLite external plugins that will definitely change how you play old school. Be sure to check out Vikings War of Clans using the link in the description, and be sure to add me in game as well. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.